Hey everyone, it's Rachel. As some of you may already know, I am coming up on my 3-year guitar playing anniversary. There will definitely be some sort of 3-year guitar playing progress video coming to commemorate the occasion, but today I thought it might be interesting to take a look back at some of the goals I set for myself last year and see how many of them I actually accomplished and what I did differently than I had expected. A little over a year ago, I posted a video called 5 Goals for my 3rd year playing guitar. So I thought today we could take a look back at that video together and see how I did. I actually haven't watched this video since I first posted it around a year ago, so I actually don't remember all of the goals in the video, and that might give you a hint that I probably didn't actually accomplish everything. But I think it'll be interesting to see what I thought I would do this year versus what I actually did. So let's take a look together at what my 5 goals were for this past year. I'm going to watch the video on my phone. So the first thing that I really want to work on this year is learning some harder songs with more complicated solos. I don't know if I've really accomplished that goal or not this year. I don't think I focused on that as much as I had thought I would at the time. I think I ended up focusing on more creative aspects, like writing my own song or doing like a metal interpretation of the Halloween theme, things like that, and less on the more technical aspects this year. So I'm not sure if I did a lot of hard songs. I think I did some harder solos, but none that were that crazy. So right off the bat, I'm not sure that I totally accomplished that, but it's still a good one to work on in the future. One more thing here, I actually am working on a couple of cool solos right now and I'm hoping to have those done pretty soon. One of them is really pushing me and there's certain parts that are pretty tricky, but I'm getting there, and they're just both really cool solos, so those will be coming soon. Don't worry, I will definitely be making more covers of guitar solos and just cool songs in general. Now let's take a look at the second goal I set. My second goal for the year is to continue working on learning things by ear. Learning by ear is definitely a good goal. I'm glad I set that one, and it is one that I definitely worked on over this year and definitely got a lot better at. Over the past year, every song I learned has either been entirely done by ear or through a mix of watching a lesson video or someone playing the song and incorporating my ear into it as well. If I'm trying to learn a song fast, what I'll usually do is check out a lesson video and then kind of get the overall structure down, and then I will listen to it really critically with my own ear and find parts that I think are different than the lesson video indicated and just kind of fill out things that were missing. So I always use a combination. I've also learned a couple of songs this year that didn't have any lesson videos, so I did those entirely on my own and through watching some covers that other people had done when I got stuck. So overall, I think I can say that I have accomplished this goal. For my 3rd year playing guitar, I really focused on working on my ear, and I also did some ear training, specifically looking at intervals and things like that. So while I could still definitely get better at it, it is something that I worked on this year. Now let's take a look at my 3rd goal. Now for my 3rd goal, one thing I really want to work on this year that I haven't worked on as much as I should have so far is learning music theory. Now I'm not actually sure that I really met this goal. I didn't really focus a ton specifically on music theory over the past year. I did a little bit through interval training and through working on my own song and things like that, but I didn't really focus on just concentrating on theory itself. I do think it's really interesting to learn about how music is constructed, why things work the way they do, and it could really help with my songwriting and my playing in general, so I will definitely be bringing back this goal for my 4th year. Let's see what else I had to say about theory. As a sub-goal of this goal, I'd really like to memorize the fretboard so I can immediately tell you what any note on the guitar is. I can already do this for the E strings, but I want to expand this to the rest of the fretboard so I'm able to really quickly identify what I'm playing when I'm playing it. Now that I didn't really do either. I do still have the E string completely memorized and I can tell you what any note on that string is instantly, but I didn't do that for the other strings yet. I did realize that I can do this pretty easily just based on kind of octave shapes and patterns around the guitar neck, so I can pretty quickly tell you what any note is, but not instantly. I still think it would be pretty cool to be able to do this and just kind of instantly know what any note is without having to do any thinking, even if it's only for a small amount of time. Just be able to say, oh, that's an A, that's a C, that's a D. I think that would be useful, and I don't think it's like a huge priority, but I think it is something that I would like to continue to work on and be able to do in the future. Now let's take a look at my 4th goal. And now for my 4th goal of year 3, going along with music theory, I'd like to learn to apply music theory and write something original. Now this one I definitely actually achieved. I released my first original song, Awakening, this past year, and personally I feel it was one of my biggest achievements because I didn't think it was possible. Out of the 4 in this video so far, this is really my stretch goal and the one I didn't think I'd be able to do, so I'm really happy that I was able to do it. It definitely was a bit of an intimidating process, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but it's a lot of fun writing original music, and I'm actually starting on some new pieces now as well. So if all goes well, there should be more original music coming this year. Another related thing I did this year was I was able to kind of take existing songs and put my own spin on them. I did a semi-controversial cover of Du Hast, and I also did a metal cover of the Halloween theme, which was pretty fun, trying to arrange it for a different genre and adding my own solo as well. I'm looking forward to doing more videos like that this year as well, where I take an existing song and put my own spin on it. It has been a lot of fun so far, and I really liked how they turned out, especially the Halloween one. Let's take a look now at my 5th goal. And now for my 5th goal for year 3, I want to continue making awesome guitar videos for all of you. My main goal with this is to put out at least one guitar cover video every single month. So I don't know that I actually put out one guitar cover every single month. I don't think I did, but I definitely made multiple videos every single month, and I had a lot of fun making them, and I hope you had a lot of fun with them as well. I'm definitely not upset that I didn't meet this goal, because I kind of changed how I was making videos partway through the year with making my own backing tracks and doing more original things rather than just doing straight covers on top of the original songs. There are definitely more covers coming, and I have some in the works right now, but it's just a lot more time consuming when I make everything myself, but I'm having a lot more fun doing it that way, and I think I'm learning a lot more as well. So that was definitely interesting looking back at what my goals were a little over a year ago. While I definitely achieved some of these goals with flying colors, I definitely didn't do so well on others, and I am totally fine with that. I think it's always good to set goals so you have some sort of direction and something to work towards, but it's also important to make sure that these goals are flexible and can change and adapt over time with what you are interested in learning or new things that you think of that you want to work on. This past year, I think I focused a lot more on the creative aspects of guitar playing than I had initially thought. As I mentioned, I spent a lot of time working on my first original song and on adapting different songs to my own versions, and I had a ton of fun doing that. As a result, I focused a little bit less on some technical aspects of guitar playing than I thought I would, and a little bit less on theory, but that is okay. I definitely still would like to get to the goals that I didn't focus on as much this past year, but I'm really happy with what I achieved and what I did learn. As long as you're happy and excited about what you're doing, it is totally okay if your priorities change or you learn something that you didn't expect instead of something that you thought you wanted to at the time. It is totally okay. It just matters that you're having fun with what you're doing. I haven't put together my 4th year guitar playing goals yet, but maybe I'll make a video on those in the future. I also always love to hear about you and what you're working on, so if you have any goals that you're excited about or just things that you're learning, feel free to leave those in the comments. I really appreciate you all being here and supporting me throughout my so far 3-year guitar playing journey, and hopefully there will be many more years to come. As I mentioned, a 3-year progress video will be coming out sometime soon, and I'm also working on some cool solos and covers that will also be coming soon as well. As always, thank you so much for all of your support, and I will see you in the next video.